All right. This is really, 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 really important. When you're working with videos on the computer, you have a lot of files that you are bringing together to create one final movie. And a lot of those files are very, very, very big. We're talking that by the end of the class, you probably will have somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, I'm guessing 20 to 30 gigabytes of video footage that is your raw footage that you have captured from your camera. The server can't handle this. And the reason why is because these video files are very big and they're pumping a lot of data to your computer at once. And 1 or 2 or maybe even 5 of you could edit off of the server at once and it would be okay. But all 15 to 18 of you, as soon as you guys start editing and that server, that one hard drive is trying to ship all that video out to 18 different computers, it's not going to work. It's going to choke, basically. And it's really the network that's the major problem. The array that we have on the server could actually handle that. It's the network. The switches just can't ship out that much information. So what we actually have to do is we actually have to set Final Cut Pro up so that your video files actually are saved on this hard drive. And this is why you can't move to a different computer now that you're started here. Now that you sit down at this computer after today, you always have to edit on this computer. And the good news is I've only got one video class this semester. You guys are it. So that you don't have to worry about other video students getting in the way. So if you ever want to come in after school or even during one of my classes, I always have 1 or 2 extra computers. If you come in and somebody's sitting at your computer, you can't go over there and edit. You have to edit on this machine. But all my other classes don't work this way. They can move to any other computer. So you guys are going to have to get used to coming in and asking people to move. And if they give you trouble, I'll be here and I'll just say, no, they're a video student, they have to move. Yeah, I see, you know, you got to show them, you know, don't, you know, intimidate the little freshman in my media arts class too much, okay? But at the same time, please ask them nicely, say, I'm a video student, my files are on this computer, I have to have this computer, could you please log in at a different computer? They'll know that they can do that. And I'm going to warn them that you guys are going to be there anyway. So what we have to do then is we have to set up a folder on the hard drive that Final Cut Pro, which is our editing software, is going to look to for what we call the Capture Scratch. And the Capture Scratch is kind of a weird name for your raw video. That's where your raw video is going to go. Okay? And it really sounds very complicated, but it's not. So here's what I want everybody to do. If you're looking like this, double-click on the Macintosh hard drive and then make sure that instead of icon view, you are in column view, just like that, okay? I want to make sure that you're in column view.
Where's the Macintosh?
Macintosh hard drive should be in the top right-hand corner. See that? It's kind of the gray hard drive symbol. Yep, there you go. See that? Macintosh hard drive right there. Double-click on the icon.
Oh.
Da-da-da. Okay, now make sure you're in column view so that you can see things in a list type, but not the list view with the little triangles, but column view. Okay, so that you've got that. So click that. Nope, the next one over. There you go. Yeah, you'll like column view, especially when you're dealing with a lot of files, is definitely the way to go. Get with me here. Close that right now. All right, so what you're going to do is you'll see a file there, okay, or a folder, I mean, that is called Scratch Disk. You're going to click on it, and you may see a lot of different people's names in there already. That's okay, don't worry about it. What you're going to do is you're going to either right-click out in the middle of the space, or you're going to go up to the little gear that's right here, and you're going to create a new folder. And I want you to type in your first and last name, okay? Just like that. So you should have a folder there that has your name in it. Now, besides you, how many people have launched Final Cut Pro previously? At all? In this room? Anybody? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go do something else to clear out all of our preferences. So what you're going to do, follow along with me, we're going to go to the home folder over here where it's got a little house icon under places. You're going to click on that. It's down towards the bottom a little bit. You can make your window bigger. Okay? Then you're going to navigate to Library, then to the Preferences folder, and then down along the bottom you'll see two folders that say Final Cut Pro User Prefs and Final Cut Pro something or another. I forget what it is. If you don't have those two folders, then good. If you do have those two folders, then you want to trash them. So let's see here, just make sure. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just going to make sure here. You're fine.
Library and then
Library, Preferences. I can tell already you're probably not going to have it, but go scroll down. Oh, no, because you launched it, so you will. Scroll down. See those two folders? You drag those to the trash in the dock. It's Final Cut Pro, Preferences, Preferences. And then you're good. All right, just want to make sure. You're good.
Already got rid of them.
You got rid of them? Good. All right, everybody got rid of them? Preferences? You're good?
Hey, the D's.
Yeah, trash those two. Drag them to the trash can down at the bottom. And you're good too. Okay, everybody else is good. All right, everybody deleted them. We should be all good. Now, we're all going to launch Final Cut Pro. Do not click OK or click Cancel or anything on anything Final Cut Pro throws at you. You wait for me. We're going to do this step by step, okay? Because if you do this wrong, you'll start editing your first project. You'll get maybe a quarter of the way done, and it's going to crap out on you, and you won't be able to save or anything because your account is going to be full, and you're going to lose work. And that's what I'm really trying to save you from here, as I don't want you to lose your hard work. I mean, you guys are going to be working hard on this project. I want you to keep it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over, you're going to see these folders down here along the dock. See these? And you're going to go to the digital video one, which should be the third one in. You're going to click on it, and right there in the middle is Final Cut Pro. And you're going to launch Final Cut Pro. You guys are going to get really used to this program. I'm not kidding you when I say this is an awesome program. And then you're going to wait, because it's going to throw up a dialog box like that. And I want everybody to be at that same place. So don't click OK, don't click anything. I want to make sure everybody is there at that dialog box. Okay, good. You went too far. Huh?
But I just
You
clicked Final Cut
you
Pro
didn't
and-
go to the library in your account. You went to the library on the hard drive. Ha ha ha. I need you to listen. There we go. So. There. Did you create the folder with your name in the scratch disk?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's launch Final Cut Pro again. And you should get what we've got up on the screen. And don't go any further. Okay, so everybody's there. So now, here's what we're going to do. What you have to do is you'll see this little thing. It says Student down under the primary scratch disk. Okay, for me it says Staff because that's where my folder is. It is trying to put your primary scratch disk on the server. This is exactly what we want to avoid in this situation. Okay, this is exactly what we need to avoid. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on where it says Student there, and you're going to go down to Choose Folder. See that? And click. Now you're going to get another box here, and you're going to click on the hard drive. You're going to click on Scratch Disk, and then you're going to click on the folder that you created with your name in it. Just that simple. I want to make sure everybody's clicked on the right folder. Don't click Choose yet. I want to make sure everybody is where they're supposed to be. Good. Yep, so stay there. Yep, all right, you're in the right place. Good, just stay there. I want to make sure everybody's there. Do. Yes. 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 Oh, yeah, that's right. No, you shouldn't. So you should just don't do anything at all. That's right, because you're not in your regular login. Okay. Okay, well you can make, so click Macintosh hard drive here. Click scratch disk. Now hit new folder and make one now. And that'll work just fine. Okay, just use your name. Okay, so now once you've got that, you've chosen your folder, click choose, and then click OK. Now, it's going to fire up another error box. Whenever, it's funny because, and I'll just say this, I know this is not necessarily true across the boards, but I find this to be true with a lot of my students. I'd say 90% of you guys are so used to getting on the computer and seeing error messages that you don't even read them. You just click OK and cancel or whatever, and you just stop. Look at what this one is saying. It's saying it's unable to find the following external devices. Apple FireWire NTSC. Can anybody guess what it's looking for right now? Nah, not the hard drive, the camera. Thank you very much. It's looking for your camera. It wants to capture video from your camera. Now, with the cameras that we are using, if you borrow one of my cameras, they're SD card, they're hard drive cameras basically. You don't ever need the capture from them. It's actually a conversion process, and we'll talk about that in a couple of weeks. So it's not even you don't even need to worry about this. If you're using a tape-based camera, you need this capture process. But for right now, we're not even going to deal with that. So you can just hit cancel, all right? Or just continue. Not cancel. And it's going to go. Now, Final Cut Pro is going to initialize. It's going to start some engines and stuff like that, RT engine, and then it's going to open up. Okay? You have now basically just set up Final Cut Pro so that you can use it in this classroom. But, like I said before, number one, you cannot move to a different computer. Absolutely not. You cannot edit your film from a different room. If you have any need to be flexible or you need to be moving around, what you basically need is a really good external hard drive. We'll set up your Capture Scratch on that external hard drive, and then you have to carry that hard drive with you everywhere you go. If you drop it, you probably will ruin it. All your files will be destroyed. Okay, that's not a very secure way of doing it, but you can do it that way. Okay, hard drives, especially if you drop it while it's running, guarantee that you're going to have problems with the files that are on that drive from now on. Okay. Can you edit off a flash drive? People have asked that of me. Yeah, I suppose theoretically, but again, it's not a real good idea for multiple reasons. One, flash drives usually aren't very big. Okay, 4 gigs is not going to be enough in the long run. And two, I have heard that they can overheat. And flash drives have a number of writes to them, like a maximum number of times you can hit that drive, and then they burn out. And you don't want to work off a flash drive in anything because you're just going to shorten the life of that flash drive. Now, if you're like me, I lose about one a year. So I have to buy a new one about every year because I lose them. And as soon as I buy the new one, I find the old one. So I've never hit that limit with a flash drive, but at the same time, I don't want to. Okay, so it looks like everybody's there. This is good. We're about ready to start our first assignment, which we'll be dealing with tomorrow. I'm gonna show you what our first assignment is tomorrow. Our first assignment is actually going to be an editing assignment. It's going to have no shooting involved whatsoever because I want you to get used to the software. Now,